What's up, everybody? This is Johan, and welcome back to Fable, the Lost Chapters. And we are picking up exactly where we left off. Why does the crossbow make the sound of a sword come out? Oh, I'll be so glad when we start opening those up. But we have to get some items before.
Please remember to observe our laws.
Pretty much the number on those is how many of a certain item you need. It's
Hi there.
Right.
Hello there again. What's going on?
Now, as I was saying, those chests, they require silver
What?
seeds. There's somebody around here who knows.
Get out of here!
Get out of here?
Morning.
Not the
Evening.
guard.
Whatever.
Haha. The necessary funds to talk to guards. Yeah, you have to cry. That was a dude.
Aw, chicken.
Ready to help?
Oh god, y'all just heard my name in the game. Now, in this game, you don't actually have a name, you have titles. And at this point in the game, you start out with the title of Chicken Chaser. And the shops are always good to check out, see what you can buy, see what you can sell. This one, as you see, only has items. And different traders and all that have different.
Prices vary from place to place, you know.
Let's head on this way.
Get out!
We are going to head outside. Leaving the guild for the first time. Now we could go to the map table and get a quest, but I don't.
What can I do you for?
Hey, what's up, dude?
You're sure to find something to suit you?
That's it, this guy. Yeah, the only one we can buy is this one, Arseface. I think Chicken Chaser might be a little bit better. But there are other names you can get.
There's plenty of nasty creatures need slaying. That's a hero's job. You won't be disappointed here.
Let's see. I think where... There's an item out here I want to get, but I gotta remember it.
You little snot bag, you know nothing of the world.
Oh, hey, what's up, guys?
Used to be an adventurer like yourself, but look at me now, begging to survive and getting bullied by this brat all the time. I should have known better. You're a poor excuse for a hero.
Yep.
I swear there's maggots crawling out of him. Look at this filthy pile of rags. He really expects people to give him gold. Great.
Yep.
Try belching at him. It's just so funny.
Okay. We need to belch at him.
You little snot bag, you know nothing of... You too.
Yeah.
Why don't you belch in his face?
I could do this all day. If you can get him to leave, it'll be so funny.
Get him to leave? Okay.
Ah, I can't take any more of this. I'm getting out of here.
Bye.
Nice one, mate. If you see anyone you don't like, it's always worth stopping to let them know. I'm sure you'll discover some great insults. Well, I can't hang around. I've got to ruin his life some more. Hey, Stinky, come back here.
Yes. Oh, here's what I was wanting. Did you get through this yet? Yes. This is what we need. These are the silver keys we need to open those chests. We have one. I think the lowest amount you need is 5. And those chests are scattered all over the world. Set over here now. Now, this town is a little bit different from any of the others we'll run into, though. I'll explain why here in a minute. Build up some magic points. The assassins. Welcome to Bowerstone South.
Oi! You're new here, aren't you? We have some rules round here that you need to know about. Bowerstone is a peaceful town. I'll have to confiscate your weapons for now. There are shops, inns, lots of different people, games, all kinds of things. Why not pay the tavern a visit first? It's the building in front of you, just up the road from here. Oh, and keep an eye open for Lady Grey. Treat her with respect. She is the mayor, after all. Have a look around and enjoy your stay in Bowerstone.
And that is why Bowerstone... But that is why Bowerstone is different. It is
Chicken
the
chaser.
only place in the game
Well
you
then,
cannot take
chicken
weapons.
chaser.
As you can see, I can't even use my assassin. And we get here to back. Let's hit this. Block. Go. It is a teleportation thing. We can have some fun while we're here. Up in the where the map is, you'll see a number with eyeball. That's how many people can see. No one's looking at me right now. So if we get caught by the guards doing that, there is a fine. So chicken. Ooh, tofu. Nasty.
What's happening?
Chicken chaser. Chicken chaser?
Now we do have to be a little bit careful with doing stuff here because we don't want to waste any money.
What's this?
Nothing.
What's he up to?
Not up to anything. Go away.
Ah, there is an important quest card filled for you.
Now we can go in people's houses, but you want to be careful about it too. Because
Please
you can
obey
be,
the law while you're here.
Yeah, guards arrive. Oh, fine. Somebody saw us. Yeah, people like ratting us out. Now, if there's the time when you break the law and there's a fine that pops up, just leave the area. After a certain amount of time, it goes away. These are really good items for getting new.
Is this true?
Oh, that guy. We'll talk to him later. Actually, no. We'll go ahead and talk to him now.
Hello there. I don't think you've met my daughter, have you? She's rather lovely, if I say so myself, though a bit fussy. She's keen to meet strong, handsome men like you.
Do I want to meet Dirty Bald's daughter?
Ah, that's good news.
Yeah,
I think she was starting to get a bit lonely. Thing is, she only likes men whose hair looks like the picture on this card.
Now, we're not gonna... This is a quest. but we're not going
Maybe if you looked like that, she'd let me introduce you to her. Come and find me when you're ready. I won't...
Okay. Now, there's more than just that one car. You go get the haircut, come back, and he gives you other stuff you have to do. It ends up costing a little bit of money. Let's see if enough time has passed yet. A Bower Stone is also one of the few towns that's divided up like that, where you can leave an area like that. Most towns you have to completely leave the town. Here's a school. This place is going to be some fun stuff in here when once the school day starts up. There's this house over here. Let's see. We get 1,500 gold. We can buy this house. In every town there is a house you can buy. And you can either live there or you can rent it out.
You off on a quest?
No.
He's cool.
Oh, that kid.
Chicken chaser.
I don't know. I always mess that up. Can we check that yet? Hero status. Personality. Yeah. Here's our alignment. See, we got more red than white over here. We have 0 attractiveness, 0 scary, and 0 renown. Luckily, it's night. It's harder to break these things during the day. Let's see. Somebody's house. As there's nobody watching, because they will try to have you arrested for stealing stuff. Ooh, money. That's what we're looking for. I don't know why this place is open like this.
Here, if you'll be so kind.
I don't know if there's ever a way to open it. Sleep to speed the night up. Oh, that was
Go away!
Nope, nope. Run. This is what happens when you go far. Ow. But I don't have the money to pay for it, so they're just attacking me. Usually they'll try to get the money from you. A good way to see if you owe a fine is this. We owe a fine. Less than a minute and the fine will be forgiven. We'll go exploring a little bit and come back. Yeah, the guards outside know nothing about what transpires inside, and vice versa. You can attack guards and kill them outside of Bowerstone South. But it's a hard fight. And again, fine.
There's an important quest card at the guild for you.
Okay, we'll go get the quest card because he's not going to leave us Wasp Menace. So these are other ones that we can't get yet. We have to have a higher renown for it. Oh, here, I don't. Yeah, our other animal items, so we can't upgrade anything. Still got a little bit of time before that's for giving me Bower Stone. Hit the wrong button there, sorry about that.
Looking to make a purchase? He don't look like no
Remember,
stranger to me.
following the gold markers on your
I've never
map
had
will
anyone
lead you to
threaten
your
me, I'll
quest
tell you.
objective.
That's a terrible crime, no matter who you are.
Wasps are attacking the picnic area! Hurry! It's this way!
Thanks for the experience. And we're a little bit more renowned. Alright, we'll head over here and deal with the wasps at the picnic area.
Wasps!
Kind of sounds bad, but I'm really looking forward to when I get a fishing pole and a shovel. Or a spade, as they call it. That's some big wasps. What colors, though?
Help me! Please! Thanks for saving me. I'm going to tell everyone about you.
I don't like leaving survivors. Here comes the big
Strike down the wasps. Your bow may prove useful against the wasp queen. More wasps have spawned, but they are no match for your maneuver. She's near to death. A few more strikes will finish her off.
And that's our first boss.
Hey! Hey!
Hero, your will energy is low. What's that?
Boy there!
You've received a new quest card.
Don't hit people! Dead? Dead? Now they're dead! Don't do this! Dead? Now?
Oh, yeah. Ah, that's what I'm talking about. Free items. So yeah, you can be just about as good as you want to be on this game, or as bad as you want I personally have always preferred playing it as bad. And we now have a new quest card, and we have enough experience to level something up.
Maze is looking for you. He waits for you in the Barstone Tavern.
Maze wants us. And yes, every time I use a magic ability like this, I'm gaining experience. So yes, there is a point for me to I'm going in here where I can't do any other manual. No point in not doing it. We'll go talk to Maze.
Over here.
What's his problem?
Been enjoying all the attention, have you? Yes, I heard about your encounter with the Wasp Queen. Most of Bowerstone is talking about it. But, you shouldn't let that kind of thing go to your head. Anyway, that's not why I called you here. You see, there are dark forces gathering that put your giant insect to shame. Tell me, how much do you remember of the night I took you to the guild? Of the raid on Oakvale? Not much, I wager. A most terrible night. I thought those bandits had killed your whole family, and that you were going to be next. But it seems there may have been another survivor. Your sister. I'm afraid it's only a rumor, and there's no way to be certain yet, but I thought you should know. And for pity's sake, boy, make sure you replace that basic equipment while you're here.
Yeah, Maze, sorry, I can't do that yet. That's going to cost money, which we don't have.
Check the guild for more quests.
Yeah. We're going to go do something that I enjoy doing, and I think it'll make a good end to the video. Because this video is getting on a little bit. I don't know, we may go for a 40-minute recording now. But this is one of my favorite quests.
There's an important quest card guild for you.
Oh, hello, forgive me. I'm Mr. Gout, the headmaster of the school here. Not that it's much of a school these days, the way Lady Grey keeps slashing our funding. Can you believe she sold half our library? As if mansions were more important than the education of our children. Anyway, if you could donate any suitable books you find on your travels, you'd be doing us a great favor.
This is one of my favorite quests in the whole game. It's simple, but it's so fun to watch, and you get some good items from it.
Do you have a donation there, hero? Oh, look! How to make friends. Just the thing to teach the children some manners.
Yep.
Thank you, hero.
We're going to donate it.
I'm sure we can put this to good use. Today's lesson will be on how to make friends. This fine hero has just given us a good example of how to make friends by donating this book to the school. Helping people out and giving presents are both good ways to make friends. Can anybody tell me another way to make friends?
Sir! Sir!
Yes?
Tell them you'll smash their teeth in if they won't be friends with you.
No, Billy. Threatening people is not really a good way to make friends with them. I think we need to work on this some more. Ah, hello again. Have you found any interesting reading material? The story of Jack of Blades should keep the little ones in line. Ah, it lifts one's spirits to see a hero take such a keen interest in education.
He's so not nice.
Who's the red-robed warrior that brings death and destruction to all of Albion?
Jack!
Who's the legend in the mask with the strength of 10 heroes?
It's Jack!
Who's the demon that stalks in the night, dragging their children into hell?
Jack?
Some say that Jack of Blades has lived forever and is not of this world. But there are those who claim it is not Jack, but his mask that we should fear, and that many men have worn it over the centuries. Whatever the truth, he is not someone to be crossed.
Move it!
Nice kids.
Can you...
Ah, hello again. Have you found any interesting reading material? Huh. The Other Land looks like a charming story. Ah,
Go.
it lifts one's spirits to see a hero take such a keen interest in education. 'Twas in the latter days of the kingdom old that a boatload of travellers, wheat and rice, fleeing our land for fear of the sword, discovered an island that was true paradise. There were they welcomed by the native folk, with gifts of fruit and fowl and pig and trout, and a strange kind of ale brewed from egg yolk, that the refugees drank till it knocked them out. Soon they were stirred from their peaceful slumbers by the splattery coughs of their gracious hosts, who had taken ill and were dying in numbers of colds their visitors had brought to their coasts. Ere long, the kindly natives were all but extinct, and as they knew not how to gather nature's bounty, the fate of the foreigners to theirs was linked. They died of starvation, though surrounded by plenty. A few local survivors did their paradise rebuild, erecting this time a great fortress in the sand. It would stop them once more getting killed, lest those bad people from Albion return to their land.
Get out of it! Go on!
Ah, hello again. Have you found any interesting reading material?
Sorry, I do want to give them all the books I have.
Why, this book would be perfect. I've yet to meet a child who isn't fascinated by dragons. Thank you, hero. I'm sure we can put this to good use. A long time ago, well before the age of the Old Kingdom, the skies of Albion were full of fearsome, majestic dragons. They flew wherever they wished, ate the people's livestock, rained down fire on their villages, and distressed their damsels. Then came the kingdom of Archon, and with it heroes who hunted the dragons for sport, almost driving them to extinction. Before long, every home in Albion had dragon scale curtains, dragon claw back scratchers, and dragon foot paperweights. The few remaining dragons fled to the northern wastes, and there they remain to this day. Though they are nowhere near as powerful now as they once were, they still represent a hero's ultimate test.
Shots are now.
Can you get out of it? Go on!
Okay, we can't do any more books until school starts back up, because now it's becoming night. Yeah.
Don't go breaking any laws.
Oh, that was a good kick. There's something over here I want to see if they'll show up for... Every town has this ring. I want to take and meet people who use it. And yes, the game does keep track of how far you kick chickens.
Go on!
Quest.
Oh, woe is me.
My son is poorly. It's me boy. My poor little boy. We were on a picnic at Lookout Point when he found these strange mushrooms. The witch in Bowerstone Key says we shouldn't worry, but she needs more of the mushrooms before she can cure him. I would find them myself, but I need to look after Aldi. Please, could you help us?
Quest to befit him a hero. Let's go talk to the person who can make the cure. Which is just over here again, where we just left. Ah, there she is.
No, don't tell me. You were sent here by an irritating young lady, the one with the comatose kid. Don't look so surprised. I am a witch, you know. I read tea leaves on Thursdays. Besides, you're not the first fool she sent my way. Find me 4 blue mushrooms, and I can brew up an antidote. But there's no hurry. The stuff won't kill him. The little tyke's probably having the time of his life.
Perfect example of why not to eat random mushrooms you find out in nature. Unless you know what you're doing. Apple,
If you don't mind.
What are you doing back here?
Oh, I just want him gone.
Go on, get back, you foreigner.
Not a foreigner.
He's trouble.
If you don't mind.
Up the stairs. This time we'll pay for sleeping. 35 gold. Oh man. But it does get the day here.
Play card. Chuck us over a beer, will you?
Get out!
Yes. This guy is... There's many games that you can play with people in taverns. And
Looking to hire a swordsman.
He's a mercenary. We'll get to using them later. Let's see what this guy has.
Please don't mess with the goods.
Yeah. Weapons. As you can see, there are a lot of different weapons in the game. Now, some of these, some of them we can get, some of them we can't. Right now, I mean, nothing really that we can buy is better than what we already have. Now, also, later on in the game, there are weapons that you have to have a strength above a certain amount to be able to get. That's better, but we don't have money for it.
Isaiah's having problems at Orchard Farm. Some odd things are going on up there.
School open again because I've got more books. And some of them are pretty fun.
Do you have a donation there, hero? Oh, the children are always asking me about the arena. Oh, they'll love this.
Now, all these books do pertain to things that you come across in the game. Even Jack of Blades, you actually meet him. I'm not going to go into any detail on it, but you do. As for the arena, you actually, progressing through the story, you get to fight in the arena.
Why don't you stay and listen, hero? It's never too late to learn. How many of you have been to the Witchwood Arena? But have you ever stopped to look at the statues in the Hall of Heroes? Some of the greatest heroes in Albion's history are celebrated there. Mighty champions who conquered the arena and the people's hearts. In the days of the Old Kingdom, heroes would lead their fans into battles, so they could see their skill and bravery in combat. But all too often, spectators would find themselves torn limb from limb by balverines, or caught in the backwash of a hero's spell. And so the arena was built in Witchwood, to give heroes a permanent stage on which to fight their duels without endangering the audience. Creatures are brought there from all over Albion for heroes to face, and the battles get more elaborate with every year that passes. But one rule remains unchanged. Should either hero wish it, the final battle between them can be fought to the death.
What was a sissy like you doing at the arena?
Do you have a donation there, hero?
I wish someone
And
would
yes,
make
they
you
are
look like a
laughing
right
at me
plonker.
right now. I am Chicken Chaser.
A love story. How sweet. With a title like that, I'm sure this will be suitable for the children. Thank you, hero. I'm sure we can put this to good use. The way of the warrior doth take its toll on a hero's face, and ere long women will fly and escape before he can give chase. Scarred and dejected, a hero named Ralph stole all of the traders' riches. He made use of their gold and bought romantic gifts for all of the ladies. The women of Albion fell at his feet, and Ralph had the pick of the town, till he finally chose a pretty young girl and bought her a fine wedding gown. But too late did he see that love that is true isn't founded on wealth. His wife's only care was for money and gems he kept up on the shelf. By way of divorce, Ralph exercised his axe on her head. This he did mount up on the wall, just over the bed. So did the woman sadly become the world's first trophy wife. And Ralph did give up the matrimonial for the hero's life.
Remember, like I said, all the books do talk about things that affect you in the game.
Any books for us today, hero? History is an important part of our curriculum here, so the Old Kingdom would be invaluable.
Yeah, you know.
Why don't you stay and listen, hero? Can any of you tell me who built the ancient pillars at Lookout Point? Yes?
The people in the Old Kingdom, sir.
That's right. They once ruled all of Albion, and the ruins of their cities can still be found wherever you go. The kingdom was founded by a great lord named Archon, who united Albion using the power of the Sword of Eons. But over time, the sword began to corrupt him, and the kingdom fell into darkness. Strange monuments were built to focus the magical power of the kingdom, and terrifying armored figures were summoned to guard them. But at the very height of its power, the old kingdom collapsed, and Archon and his sword disappeared. What happened to them, nobody knows.
Oh, did your mummy dress you?
Hello again. You found any interesting the final volume of the Great Creatures of Albion. Should give the little ones a good scare. Why don't you stay and listen here? Thanks to this kind hero, today's lesson is from Volume 3 of the Creatures of Albion. If trolls ruled the land and dragons the skies, then the mighty kraken are masters of the sea. A few men have ever seen a kraken, and fewer still have lived to tell the tale. Since before the times of the Old Kingdom, these terrifying creatures have lurked in the seas that surround Albion. Their tentacles can grow to be over 100 feet long, and are strong enough to crush a ship like kindling. A brave sailor once drove away a kraken by hacking off one of those gargantuan tentacles, But to kill one of the beasts, oh, that would truly be a heroic task.
Where's your red nose?
Any books for us today, hero? What's this? The Pale Balverine? I hope it doesn't give them nightmares.
For reference, for those not familiar with the game, Balverines are effectively werewolves. Yep, we'll donate it.
Ah, it lifts one's spirits to see a hero take such a keen interest. There was once a lord who thought himself good with an arrow, until people saw that his lies ran right through to his marrow. Many months in the cells of Bargate he spent, plotting his redemption. And once he was free, he hunted all evil without exception. One day he met his match, a foul and mighty Balverine. He did not die from its bite, but his curse was obscene. He became one of those creatures, and pale as snow was his fur. To kill him came then a red-caped woman, a true connoisseur. A silver arrow pierced his blackened heart and sent him to his grave. And so he died in infamy without the acceptance he craved. You have done our school such a great service. I don't know if we can ever adequately repay you. I do have a little something, and, well, I know it's not much, but the children think you'll love it. We used it in our production of The Mage's Apprentice, but it was a little large for our particular actors.
Yes, the bright wizard hat. Yeah, this is the only way to get this hat, and it goes good with the outfit we'll get later. And no more daytime, so let's go sleep real quick. Actually, first, inventory. Clothing. Head. Right wizard. As you see, it gives us 12 more armor. +5 attractiveness, -12 scariness, and a +10 to our alignment modifier. Now, we're not going light. This is a good version of the hat, but it's some armor, so you know how it is. Early game, you use the armor you get. We still have some books. I'm hoping y'all are enjoying this. As I said, everything in it does pertain. Everything in the books does pertain to things we will come across in the game.
Chicken chaser. Chicken chaser? Any new pratfalls?
Yeah, I know. We need to take and conserve our money, but have to sleep again to get it day.
Look at her, a swordsman.
Once we get that house, money won't be as big of an issue. And in between episodes, I'll go out and do some fighting. Nothing to advance the story. Just
Stay within the law.
grinding until we get up enough to buy that house. Should only take a few days.
You look like a big clown.
Well, thanks a lot, kids.
What does chicken chaser mean?
Yeah, laugh now, people. Out of their view. You're gonna stand. Alright, kids, get out of the way.
You're still
Ah, hello again. You found, Volume 2 of The Creatures of Albion. Could prove useful in our biology lessons. Why don't you stay and listen, hero? It's never too late to learn. Now, let us turn to Volume 2 of The Creatures of Albion. Trolls are an ancient race formed from the rock and soil in which they were born. They have the strength of many men and can withstand all but the mightiest of blows. Get too close, and they will jump onto the ground with such force that the shockwaves can shatter a man's bones. But trolls are also slow, lumbering creatures and rarely move. So, if ever you see one, your best hope is to run away. If you're lucky, you won't be crushed to death by the boulders they throw after you.
Aw, did your mummy dress you?
Any books for us today, hero? Could you spare the northern wastes? The children could stand to learn a little more geography.
Yeah, these kids won't be laughing at me for long.
Ah, it lifts one's spirits to see a hit.
Shut up.
Do any of you know what lies beyond the 9 seas? Yes?
The Northern Wastes.
Well done, Sue. Legends say that Jack of Blades first appeared there, and that it was the home of a mighty empire. Today, its ancient cities are buried deep beneath the ice. But there are still some who believe the empire will rise again, and that the people of the Northern Wastes will awaken when Albion is united once more.
You look like a big clown.
Ah, hello again. Why, that's The Creatures of Albion, Volume 1.
They can't even use a sword.
Why don't you stay and listen, hero? It's... Today, you'll be studying Volume 1 of The Creatures of Albion. Now, who here knows what screamers are? I bet you've never heard one, though, have you? That's because they stay away from the towns. But out in the countryside, it's a rather different story, and you can sometimes hear them crying out in the night. Their scream can pierce even the bravest of men's hearts. Hearing it will not just chill you to the bone, but sap your energy, too. According to the sage Richard Phillips, they feed upon the life force of men, sucking out their souls. Either way, if you ever see one, you'll soon end up like them, screaming.
There's an important quest card guild for you.
Ah, hello again. Have you found any interesting reading material?
Can we get to one I want you to read?
Oh, what's this?
Yes!
The sock method? Yes, oh well, perhaps when they're a little older, don't you think?
Nope, read it to them now.
All right, then. I'll give it a try. Let's turn to the sock method and see how we can make you sexier in 10 days.
Yay!
Now, it looks like this hero still needs a little practice. But perhaps he could demonstrate something simple?
Come on.
Oh, my. That's quite enough of that, hero. And that brings today's lesson to a close. Definitely.
Oh.
Do you have a donation there? What's this? Eyes of a killer? Yes, well, strictly speaking, we try not to raise any murderers in our school.
Why not?
Well, if you think that's wise, hero.
I do.
Now, I really hope none of you follow the teachings of this book, but nevertheless, you should learn to recognize the signs of evil. There are many ways a person can instill fear in others, such as covering one's body in tattoos and wearing dark clothes. But a truly scary person is able to express his evilness through actions alone. Let's see how this works. A hero. Would you regale us with an evil sneer, perhaps?
Yeah.
Yes. Very effective.
Wasn't very scary.
Now, according to this book, you can also make yourself scary by performing terrible crimes, such as killing innocents. But I think we'll leave that chapter for another day. Now then, class, let's all say thank you to the nice hero.
Stupid head. What?
Any books for us today, hero? I'm sure the tale of Twin Blade is quite interesting, but I'm not sure a bandit is a good role model for our pupils, though.
Oh, heck yeah, Twin Blade.
Well, if you think that's wise, hero...
I do. These kids need to know these things.
What?
Twin Blade was once a great hero. A giant of a man, his swords were feared throughout Albion. But, at the height of his fame, he abandoned the guild, deciding he had no need to earn gold through quests. He could simply take it. And so, he left for the woods and became a bandit. Over the years, he united the feuding bandit clans until he became their king. He built a vast fortified camp, hidden near Oakvale, and plundered the passing traders as he desired. He was as renowned and feared as he ever was, and now had no guild constraints to hold him back.
Sir, what happened to Twin Blade?
He still reigns as the bandit king in the forests of Oakvale, and some say his success is guided by a blind seeress.
No.
No more books.
Even teachers need to sleep.
Someone should throw a pie in his face. That'd be so funny.
These kids are rotten. Alright, that is all the time I have for recording today. I hope y'all liked the episode. Down in the comments, let me know what thing from the books that we donated y'all are most interested in seeing. Because we will see all of it. As always, I do want to thank everybody for watching. If you like what you see on the channel, hit the like button down below. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Hit the notification bell because you want to know when I put videos up. And again, as always, thanks everyone for watching. I'll see you next time.